friends at home. In this video, I will be going over this contraction spelling page with you. Now, boys and girls, in our Journeys books today, we talked about contractions. And we talked about contractions earlier in this school year. And one of the things that we did in our lesson here in the classroom, we talked about how with a contraction, we're taking two words and bringing them together. But rather than getting a bigger word, like a compound word such as bathtub makes a bigger word, bathtub, we actually get a smaller word. My friend Connor gave us a good way to remember that. He said, think about it like math. Contraction means subtraction. So when we're doing contractions, we're subtracting letters, and we put the little placeholder, the apostrophe, in its place. So for example, the words that is, we subtract the I, squish the letters together to make the word that's, but we put this apostrophe in there so that we know there are some letters missing, okay? So now if we look at this page, what you're going to do is read each sentence and figure out which contraction is spelled correctly. Now, one of the things that's really important is that you remember when making contractions, we only subtract letters. We're never adding letters to our contractions, okay? So, first thing I do is always the same. I take out my pencil and I write down my name. Make sure you put your name on this so that Mrs. Hatkoff or I know whose paper it is. And if you want to put the date, you may. You don't have to. So let's look at the first one. Hey, it's funny I said let's look at the first one because look what the contraction is. Let's. So then I need to decide. Blank, go to the bakery, and my choices are let's or let's. Now let's take a look. I keep doing it. And let's decide which is the proper way to write let's. Remember, the apostrophe goes in place of the letters I took out. So let's. If I write this on my handy dandy whiteboard, let's, I'm taking the words let and us, let us go to the bakery. I'm squishing them together, removing some letters, and adding an apostrophe. The apostrophe goes where I took out the letters. So my choices here are L-E-T-S apostrophe or L-E-T apostrophe S. Which one of those has the apostrophe in the correct spot? Lillian? The bottom one, because it's where we took out the U. So on this paper, you will circle the bottom one with the apostrophe where we took out the letters, where we subtracted to make a contraction. And then on the line, you will write the word you chose correctly. Because this is the first word in the sentence, it begins with a capital letter. So L-E-T apostrophe S. Please make sure that you are writing nice and neat on those lines. There is nothing worse than trying to grade a paper when a student has written so sloppy you can't even tell what they're trying to say. If Mrs. Hatkoff and I cannot tell if your apostrophe is before or after your letters because you wrote them all cattywampus, we will mark it wrong. This is worth 10 points, boys and girls. 10 points. Don't lose points because you wrote cattywampus. Write nicely so we can see it, okay? Remember, the apostrophe goes where we took out letters, and we do not add letters to contractions. Subtraction, take away, contraction, take away. All right? And then when you're done filling in all of the contractions, there's a cute little picture of a bakery. I would love you to color that for me. Okay? Bye, friends at home. Bye.